take us through the emotions, mate. Up there with the greats this week.
Yeah, it's been a pretty special week, hasn't it? It's all happened quite fast, and to reflect now on the plane and today, it was a pretty special 4 days in Sydney. So most importantly, we got the victory, but personally it's been, couple good 2 weeks.
Can you keep it up?
I'll try my best. Yeah, it's obviously going to be some healthy competition for spots with Kane and Travis and Alex and Adam coming back this week, but I'm confident in my ability if I get to play again on Sunday that I'll do a job. It's obviously a pretty important game, so yeah.
You'd be thinking the Shield gig's pretty easy.
It's probably only going downhill from here for me, but no, I'm just trying to make the most of it. It's obviously a great honour to play for South Australia, and I waited 4 or 5 years to get my chance, so to let alone debut, to do well has been a pretty big honour for me.
And then the second game, even better than the first. Did you dream of these things happening?
Yeah, that's right. I sat back at fine leg and sort of looked at the SCG pavilion and just tried to take it in as much as I could. To get 2 fifers there is very special, and I saw my name on the honour board, which sort of made me tingle a little bit. But yeah, the first 2 games have been quite good for me, and hopefully I can keep building from that.
It's been so tough to win in Sydney. What was it like for the group and some of the older blokes like Ferg?
Yeah, I think New South Wales is obviously a very tough opposition, and obviously there's been some bad history there at their CG, but we put that to the side, and everyone played really well. I think after last week's game against Victoria, we were quite bad on day 3 and day 4, so to capitalise on, I guess we were probably at the halfway stage, we're probably even in the game. So for day 3 and day 4 for Fergie and Coops and those sort of guys to stand up was quite special to them.
Does the Duke's ball work for you? Are you a fan of it?
Yeah, it's obviously my greatest strength is to swing the ball and to bowl full, so the Duke's ball obviously favours that type of bowling. In saying that, I don't try to just pencil myself to one ball. I back myself with all the balls, but it's just been the way that it's swung nicely for all of our bowlers. I think Frankie Bowler's been bowling really well as well. So I guess it's been a simple formula for me, just bowl full and swing the ball, and so far it's worked.
And that year in England at Nottingham, did that help you with the Duke's ball?
Yeah, it did. It was a bit of a learning experience over in England. I just lost my contract, so I just went over there to regain some confidence, and I guess the lessons that I learnt with the Duke's ball over there have held me in good stead here.
Do you feel that because you did wait 4 or 5 years to debut, that has made you a better player, but mentally stronger?
It made me very nervous on my debut. That's what it did do. But I think it did. I think I've learnt my game over the last 4 or 5 years in the Futures League. I've done quite well there, and it just made me relax. Once I was out on the bigger stage, I'd played against some of those boys before, and I knew that I had the ability to do well. So, yeah, like I said, I was quite nervous to get my first game, but from here on in, I'm hoping that it keeps me in good stead.
You said before, if I get picked, you don't know what's going on. Surely you've cemented the spot.
It's hard to say. Obviously, Kane and Adam and Alex and Travis are all international players. So we've also got Chataway, which is great to have 5 Australian players for South Australian cricket. So I'm just grateful to be in amongst the group. If I play, I'll do my best. But I'm obviously understanding that Kane is an Australian bowler, and Joe and Frank have had great success for South Australia in past years. So it's going to be tough to crack that.
What do you expect from Queensland?
They're obviously top of the table, so they deserve to be there. I think they've got good Duke ball players, they've got good batters, and their swing bowling is pretty strong as well. So they're obviously there for a reason. But I think the nature of Sheffield Shield is that everyone can beat anyone on their day, and I think that the 4 big inclusions for us only helps. So I think it'll be a really good game.
Can the Redbacks win it this year?
I think they can. I think we've proven over the last few years that we're right amongst it every time. We obviously didn't have a great start to the year when we were in last, but I think we're only 3 or 4 points behind first now. So you win 2 or 3 more games in the Sheffield Shield final, and I guess anything can happen from there. So.
Significant innings with the bat as well. Was that one of your big ones?
Which one was that?
The first innings there.
I got in a bit of trouble because I got myself on strike for the new over and got myself out, but my goal was to get Tom to his 100. I think I came in when he was on 70, so to be there, and I think I survived 20 balls to get him there, which it was pretty special for me to see him do well on a ground that he'd had some past troubles at. So for Tom, it was a massive thing, and I think in terms of the game, that extra 40 or 50 runs that Tom put on there probably won us the game.